Tony Stewart becomes the first repeat winner in NASCAR this year after 5 races. IndyCar kicked off its season at St. Petersburg this year with a solid show in Helio's first win in a while. In Malaysia, it was a stunning wet, dry, wild Formula One race with Alonso pulling it out of his paella for a win. I'm Michele Rahal with Motorsports Unplugged and motorsportsunplugged.com. This is the Monday Morning Race Report. No one wanted rain yesterday in Fontana more than Tony Stewart. In a rain-shortened race where he led 41 laps, he took the win after NASCAR pulled the plug. It started to rain on lap 124 and he faked a pull into pit road but stayed out with the pace car. It proved to be one hell of a fake. It won him the race. Kyle Busch finished second, Dale Earnhardt Jr. third, Kevin Harvick fourth, and Carl Edwards fifth. The second place finish for Busch actually made him happy as he had body damage and he didn't think he could have held on to that spot if the race went green again. Earnhardt continued his strong start to the season and he now sits in third spot in the points. The points heading into Martinsville stack up like this. Greg Biffle stays in the lead with Kevin Harvick in second. In third, moving up 3 spots, is Dale Earnhardt Jr. IndyCar kicked off its season at St. Petersburg yesterday with a less heavy-handed race control than in the past. What happened? A damn good race happened, that's what. You thought Will Power was going to run off and hide, but that did not happen. He lost the lead in the first round of pit stops and he couldn't regain his position. Now that tells you one thing. It's more competitive at this moment than we've seen it in a while. Yeah, it was another Penske win, but for Helio Castroneves, it was almost like his first win. In a moment of emotion, Castroneves stopped his car on turn 10 and he climbed the fence. That fence was against Dan Wheldon Way, and Helio pointed to the sky, full of salute to the late Dan Wheldon. Finishing second was Scott Dixon, and third was Ryan Hunter-Reay, who had his team virtually yelling at him on the radio to save fuel chasing Castroneves and Dixon. Defending champion Dario Franchitti finished 13th, and Formula One veteran Rubens Barrichello finished 17th. IndyCar may be harder than the Formula One people think. The race of the weekend hands down had to go to Fernando Alonso in the whole Malaysian Grand Prix. Rain, mist, dry track, and a charging Sergio Perez made this one a race for the ages. The race was red flagged for almost an hour due to unraceable conditions. Alonso grabbed the lead shortly after the restart, and he held off Perez for the duration. But Perez was a man on a mission. He was reeling Alonso in until a few laps from the end when he ran wide on a wet curb. That gave Alonso the break that he needed to seal the win. Alonso was excited, but he never wavered in his contention that Ferrari had to improve, though no one really knows what to expect in China in 2 weeks other than McLaren being strong. The Lotus of Kimi Räikkönen still has everybody wondering just how good the car and the driver combination really is. He qualified well, but he had to take a 5-place penalty for changing gearboxes after Friday. He finished 5th while Lewis Hamilton finished 3rd. Alonso now leads Hamilton by 5 points going into the Grand Prix of China. One notable point, many of the cars had problems with their KERS systems, most likely due to the heavy rain. Shocking. For Motorsports Unplugged and motorsportsunplugged.com, I'm Michele Rahal. I'll see you next time.